Hey YouTube, this is Mickey D bringing you episode 95 of Stationeers. As you can see, I'm at the bottom of a big hole. Oh, I just turned the jetpack off. Yeah, I dug out another layer, and then I was like, wait, how much are we going to have to dig out? Yeah, we got to dig out quite a bit. Hey, MacGyver. So, yeah. I think this episode's mostly going to be digging. And I think what I'm going to try to do, which we don't have to be overly precise with it, though I did notice there is a big hole, like side of a crater coming up on that side, so that'll be kind of interesting. I'll have to see what's going to go there. Hey, Mast. Yeah. So there was a little update on the beta branch the last day or so, but there's no notes on it. So I have no idea. I'm assuming it's just bug fixes or something. I don't know. They seem kind of good about not always giving us notes. So, yeah, and I should actually have a mining belt on me because I am hitting some deposits as I do this. And it doesn't seem... I can't quite reach the top. That's annoying. We're going to have to go down one more layer. I was hoping to just start off at the bottom and kind of get everything cleaned up. And strangely enough, is if you make a V like this, your character gets stuck. Oh, and now he's just making me a liar because he's walking. Oh, maybe because I have my jetpack on. Yeah, if I don't have my jetpack on, you actually... Oh, there he goes. Never mind. He's moving now. Okay, he has a tendency to... Nope, see, I'm stuck again. Oh, that's funny. So if you're in a V like this and you're drilling... Yeah, never mind. It's just buggy. So, anyway, the lesson is make a flat spot. Oh, hey, David. Yep. So, and before I forget, all right, I should go check. I have steel pipes being made. I've had steel pipes being made for a while, so there's probably quite a few of them in there. I did drop off all the resources. As you can see, it's going up. Temperature's warming up. So hopefully, at some point, that shall get warm enough to dump in. Which it seems to be going up pretty good. So, oh wait, I have to go look at that again. So yeah, we have some pipes. And somewhere, I feel like I'm in like one of those ball, like tents. And thank you. Yeah, that would probably hurt a little bit. Yeah, I know. They definitely need a bigger drill, or it'd be nice if at some point we get some vehicles or something, or even just like a tier 2 drill, or they make some tiers technology wise, give us some better equipment. Oh, I earlier today I did load up a couple of workshop worlds with bases on them that had, that were pretty decent size, that had suit stations. And yeah, that bug's not fixed. The best setup I saw so far was using a pipe pit. Yeah, was using a backflow preventer and just setting it at 0. Not a backflow preventer. Back pressure regulator. Having it set to 0. And then because they're so much slower, it basically still pulls everything out, but the volume pumps can fill it up faster than it's draining everything else. Oh, I don't know if they do damage the terrain or not. I have never actually made them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I have a feeling that they don't. Um, well, I don't know. That would be the terrain though, because like the drill doesn't damage any of the walls or anything. So, but that would be that might be worth looking into. And as you notice too, my guy still has lung damage. It seems like they changed that, so you no longer basically spawn in completely healed. It actually remembers your health. Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah, I haven't used them, so I'll have to look and see. I almost think no, there's not. I was gonna say I almost think I saw a mod that made a higher kind of capacity or charge grenade or explosive, but I'm thinking that's wishful thinking, basically, because I just browsed through, unless it's on with something else, but I just browsed through the mods to see if there was anything new, and there's not, because the devs haven't really done anything with mod support, so there's not really much options that you can do right now. Hopefully they'll work on that at some point. I mean, obviously it's early access. They're still adding a lot of stuff, so I can imagine they're kind of hesitant to do too much since since everything's in flux. How many streams are we doing tonight? I'll probably do a couple Stationeers, and then about an hour or so a piece, and then I will probably do. I'd like to do like Hellion or something as well. I think by the time I have a feeling that for most of this we're going to be mining, or digging stuff out, because we've got to dig out that area, and I've got to dig out the. I didn't even check if that was full. And then we've got to dig out for the kind of like access tunnel coming over, and we still got to dig out that battery room, substation kind of area. So that's a lot of digging. And just to give you an example, we had one layer dug out, and I dug out another layer, plus started the pit, and that was about half an hour there. Now I did do a little bit more other stuff too. I dumped the ice in and whatnot. So, and actually, while we're in here, how much steel do we have in here? Nothing. Okay, well that doesn't help us. Okay, well I will see you then. Steel 488, 498. I guess we'll grab this. We've got to make steel plates too. So I want to get those running. I kind of forgot about them until just now. And we're definitely going to need more cabling, but I think I'm going to hold off on that a little bit. And since we do have quite a bit, and we've got about 100 or so blocks, but we're going to need quite a bit more. Well, I'm not sure how many blocks we're going to need. I have a feeling that's probably not going to be enough, but at least it'll get us started. And we'll make sheets for a while, which we're going to need a ton of those. Probably like hundreds and hundreds of those. And saying it's 2 per block, so if we got 100, we have like 105 frames, I think, just in there. I think there's a few more out here. So there's 210 steel sheets right there. But once we start putting walls and stuff up, plus, like I said, I don't think that's enough frames. But I could just be completely wrong, because you have a good figure. We've got to do 2 layers of walls. Well, basically right here, 2 layers of walls. Well, really, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of walls, and 2 layers of floor. Yeah, because I want a one layer, one tall, like kind of access tunnel, and then two tall for the room. And then we can run all of our pipes and stuff down underneath and whatnot. But I'm going to try to bust through this as quick as I can. I don't know. Sometimes it seems to go like decently fast for the mining, and then sometimes it just seems like you're making very little progress. But we'll see how it goes. I don't think it takes actually very long per layer. So maybe this will go faster than I thought. And yeah, so we'll see where we can get to. And hopefully we'll be, tying some stuff in. And we should probably, we're still going to make sorters and whatnot. And kind of figure out how we're going to lay everything out. I don't even know. I mean, I'm kind of just taking a rough guess that this is going to be a big enough area. I'm hoping it is. But it never knows. We might end up having to expand. I guess it depends if we put the smeltery in here or not, which we still got to decide on that. And I was toying around with the idea of completely moving all the power stuff and making a whole separate, basically like power building. But I don't really know if I want to go into that because that is going to be quite a bit of work right there. So, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but, it's kind of, and we do go through and revamp and expand things at times, so it is kind of in line with what we do. But, yeah, that's a big undertaking. And of course, if we're moving, well, I don't know. I mean, if we're moving it around, I guess we can always build the new kind of, the building and get it up and running, and then just transfer all the batteries over and stuff. So it won't really, we can do all the prep work before we tie it into the base, basically. So I won't shut down the base, which I guess would be the kind of smart way to go about it. And yeah, so we do got some oxides there. I think there's some coal over there. There's some coal down there. And then, yeah, we've got that crater over there, which has oxides in it. So we'll get some resources. Not that we need coal. I was toying with the idea of, I know there's a mod that will rebalance the ores, but it basically makes everything as common as iron. So it just basically makes it easier to find every type of ore, which I don't mind them, like the rare ones being harder to find. I mean, obviously we use a ton of iron and we do use a bit of coal, but not as much as we find. But I was toying around. Obviously, we can rebalance the ores, so I was toying around with the idea of doing that, but I don't know. I am still debating also the idea of messing with the atmosphere some more and upping it, because which I do have to see where we're getting at for the CO2 and whatnot. Oh, I also had I was thinking, well, I was sitting here because I'm like, mining earlier and just kind of thinking about stuff and, what, exactly kind of want to do. And I was wondering that if we add water to the atmosphere, and if we add it in high enough amounts, are we actually going to get puddles everywhere? So, because especially if it's on the whole world, I don't know. So, I might toy around with that a little bit. But yeah, I was thinking about definitely about upping the atmospheric pressure a little bit again, and seeing see if we can get a little bit better return on the filtration and whatnot. I don't feel so bad about doing it now because since the devs had said that they're basically going to make it so you can make custom planets, so we can just say we're not on Mars, you know. But I don't want to up it so much that it's going to be basically like give us all of our, I don't want to just like be pumping out a ton of oxygen from it and stuff. I don't want to take the challenge out of the world, I mean, because honestly, we could just make it a completely Earth-like atmosphere if we wanted to, but that and just leave it open, But that would be just way too cheaty for kind of what the game is. And not that I think they would do it, but it'd be kind of cool if they did add like some type of terraforming stuff. But I don't really see that happening. It's not really the scope of the game. Okay. So what are we at on here? What do we have? Oh, that's where the stairs are. Okay, so we probably actually are going to want to dig that out. But I think I'll leave that until later just so we know exactly what we're doing. And we're going to be down at the bottom of this. This crater's not really going to be a crater anymore because I think we're actually going lower or just about to what the bottom of that is. So who knows? Maybe we'll run our stairs down that and come in right there. But we'll see. All right. Hopefully that has made it. And I just had a thought. Imagine turning this into a giant swimming pool. Hopefully this will be low enough to, so if we're mining from the bottom, it'll get everything as soon as I push back this wall. I am glad that you can, I mean, some games it's pretty hard to like level a flat, make a flat area. And I mean, at least this, as long as you're pretty much holding steady, it's not bad. It works really well. I will give them that. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out now. I know, I just said I wasn't going to do this, but I'm right here, so I might as well. Now it looks like there might be a little void there. All right, so now hopefully if we're down at the bottom of this, we should be able to hopefully walk right along the wall. Because what I'd really like to do is get the kind of the bottom of this done, get it flat, hopefully, and then just remove everything that's left in the center, and we don't have to, really worry about it. I mean, we're deep enough down now that it shouldn't really matter, but I don't really want to be punching holes in the side of the, where the walls are going to come down and meet the ground. Though I did think about taking some of the cladding blocks and we're going to have coal sticking right now. And using maybe like the angled ones or something to, kind of do around the base of the base of the walls around the base. And then maybe later on we'll get kind of cosmetic with it. I don't know. Since we do have them now. And I do like them because they do give it a nice smooth appearance. Oh, you know what I actually just realized? Those would probably make great ceilings. Because it'll give us a nice smooth ceiling. Because there's no seams on them. Oh, yeah, I think I'm definitely going to use those as ceilings. And, yeah, I was so hoping for some reason I was thinking that there was well, all right. So the whole reason I went onto the workshop earlier, besides just to check to see if there was any updated mods or whatnot, was that I had thought I had saw a mod that had done expanded drill like area, and but no, that was wishful thinking. It was the instant. There's an instant mining mod, but if I remember correctly, it only affects. Oh, great, we're gonna have a giant hole. All right. Yeah, but if I remember correctly, when I tested it before, it only changes the mining speed on the ores that makes them instant. It doesn't affect the dirt, which is one of the reasons why I said, well, that's kind of pointless because you still have to dig out the ores. So, I mean, granted, gold like takes forever to mine out normally. So, oh, that might actually, no, that's not. Okay, well, there's a nice giant hole down here. To say, I think it might have been actually the bottom of that crater. Nope, it's just kind of right above it. Okay. Wow. Oh, on the floor, if I do the orange. That is true. That is very true. Uh, and where are we? Okay, so we're pretty much right where we need to be. I'm going to try to hopefully not fall in this giant hole repeatedly. Looks like we're just hitting the edge of it. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to fill it in. Yeah, we'll do something. Either, maybe the orange cladding is kind of an option. Um, you know, we'll have to see how well it. I mean, we know the color matches up like exactly. I guess it's gonna be a matter of getting it. Oh, and there's that lovely lag spike. Getting it leveled in with or not, or how well it looks, or we can just make. I don't know. We can just put frame blocks there or something, and do flooring over it or something. And there's probably some way we can tie it in if we really wanted to. We do. Oh, we also do still have that giant hole by the kind of secondary airlock, which just makes me realize that I never put that third airlock in. Not that I'm like, upset about that, but I guess we haven't really needed it. And I don't know if I still will or not. I might. But if we've got the ore processing out here, the drop off and whatnot, then I guess it makes sense just to have a secondary airlock over here. Since we basically drop off the ores and whatnot and then go right in. Okay, I'm completely missing that reference. There we go. Tons and tons and tons of mining. Oh, I can't really call it mining. We're just digging. Oh, okay. I do like ferns. I'm gonna actually pick up a couple. I haven't had a fern in a while. We get a lot of them naturally outside, but it's probably one of the reasons I really haven't got any, because there is all kinds of them outside usually. At least in when it's warmer out. Not right now, but okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. We better use all this space. If we end up using like, no, I know there's no way we're not going to use all this space, but I'm going to say if I dig all this out and we don't use it, I'm going to be kind of annoyed with myself. Usually it's the opposite though. Usually it's like, oh, we should have made this like 2 blocks wider. go. Yeah, usually on the back you can't get it like a 90, so. Oh, well, we got another trouble. I bet it's coal. Because coal seems to be everywhere. Ow. Oh, sorry about that. My ears bothering me. All right. Yeah, what is that? Oh, iron. Hey, look at that. Something we could actually use, which I think we actually are going to dig out that because that battery room is probably going to be over here. It just makes sense because it'll tie into the base, relatively easy from here. Oh. And yeah, I'm hoping once we get the walls, this kind of channel done all the way around, that it'll be relatively easy to, we can just kind of go willy-nilly and clear everything out in the center without having to worry about going too far. Because right now, for one, I'm trying not to chew into the walls, which this spot doesn't really seem to be one of mine for some reason. That's what I was saying. Sometimes it seems to go really fast, and sometimes it just kind of bogs down for no apparent reason. And then it's like, I don't know, it's like it hangs up on like one of the voxels or something. And then as soon as you manage to get rid of it, you're like, oh, okay, fine again. And one of these days, I am going to have to make a healing pill, because my guy's breathing is getting kind of, yeah, it's still there. I can hear it. Even over the drill, I can hear it. But, yes. Oh, hang on, I'm going to cough. Okay, I am back. All right. Oh, yeah, we're almost a little bit farther to go. Yeah, well, the batteries last forever in the drills. I mean, I'm assuming they're probably going to be rebalanced at some point because for whatever reason, and you would think that the drill would use the battery up quite fast, relatively speaking. I mean, obviously, it's not really worth it if you go to mine and you get like a quarter of your mining bag full and your drill wears out. So I can understand that they made it last quite a while on purpose, but it seems to last. And I think we just have a large battery in here. Oh, we have a small battery. Yeah. So yeah, the batteries last an insanely long time in these. I mean, there's nothing else in the game that the battery would last this long in. I don't even know if it lasts this long it doesn't even last this long in the beacon. Yes. Honestly, I think they should just have all the tools not even have batteries in them and just have it pull it off of your suit. But, I guess then you wouldn't really have much of a reason to make batteries. Okay, so yeah, we're going to want to go all the way down to quite the area. Chicken cannons. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, I know there's a couple guns in there, but I don't know if they'll actually ever add like an NPC or something. But I guess it'd be good for, defending your base. Oh, are we actually all the way at the end? I think we are. Let us double check. Yes. I think we actually went a little too far. Well, maybe not. All right. And then I think we're not. Oh, that's right. I think we're actually not. Yeah, so we're right there. This is not too bad. I'll just have to clear out the center. Oh, the egg launcher would be funny. That would be funny. I'm sure if they don't, somebody will add it in as a mod at some point. Yeah, I will say I'm definitely looking forward to once the mod support gets more fully implemented. And, I could see people coming up with all kinds of stuff. Even if it's just retexturing stuff. Because, obviously there's so much building and stuff. But I can definitely see, like, people adding, like, different tanks and, well, pretty much everything. I mean, look at Space Engineers. It's got a ton of mods. Oh, that reminds me. Did anybody see the video that they put out on the April 4th or April 1st where they basically did a video showing some of the more popular mods, and they were basically saying it was going to be available as DLC content for Space Engineers, and basically like joking that they were going to steal all the mods. It was actually kind of funny. Oh, look. And we're pretty much right at the level of this, at least on this section. Oh, okay. So much mining. And again, not mining, digging. We're just digging. We're not even mining. Whoa. Yes. So. Damn it. I didn't want to do that. Is it really? Thank you for telling me that. Yeah, that's quite the hole there. This is why you never leave home without duct tape. Thank you. Yeah, that's like quite the ways down. I don't know. Where it's right off the side, maybe at some point we'll do something with that. Maybe if we ever build a reactor, we can bury it. Nah, I think I'd want it farther away from the base. If they, oh, yes. Yep. That wouldn't be bad. Well, they could also do it as, you could do, they could have, no, well, you could, but, I could just see, I mean, I could just see, they would be dying constantly. Like, I can't keep the aquarium warm. Oh, now it's too cold. Now it's too hot. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. I do wonder, I mean, they got chickens. I wonder if they're going to add anything else in, for like animal-wise. I mean, you see them like doing cows or something. I don't really see. I think maybe just stick to chickens. I don't know. It seems like you wouldn't have, I mean, chickens are pretty small for one. Okay, that, except for those little areas there, which actually we're probably fine on because we're inside the wall right here. All right, so that should bring us all the way around now. So now we should just be able to, yeah, at some point we'll have to run lights over here too. Yeah, we may have to do something with that at some point. But actually, now I'm just going to do it the easy way where I can pretty much just walk. And just really wish that the drill did a bigger area faster. I need to, where's my, my Buildcraft quarry when I need one? I'd be like, come on, I need a giant square area. It would be nice if they get some type of automated mining at some point. Dog and space food mod. Yeah. Yeah, that would be actually be. Yeah, that would be a pretty in-depth mod if they did something like that. You figured you have to do a ton of animations and whatnot. Yeah. I am looking forward to more power generation, though. That will be nice. I still want like a reactor or something. But I'd really like to just, it would be nice if like on the first thing they do is go through and make tiers of stuff. So like, we get like a tier 2 solar panel or something, that puts out more power. I don't even, well, actually, I kind of hope that they would keep within the same sizing, but, um, just basically consider it being like a higher efficiency or something. Um, but I could see them making it just larger. Because it would be nice if you could, basically, make your tier 1s. And then if you need, later on, you could basically swap them out with the tier 2s without having to rebuild the whole system. But there's a few things they could do that with. Even if it just makes them use like, if they did like the ACs or something and just made them use less power, or just give it a higher flow rate or something. But I don't know. It doesn't seem really, doesn't seem like anything they're going to do with, at least I've seen no hints of it so far. I mean, we don't really have tiers of anything right now. But again, it's, they're still adding stuff in, so. Okay, and another pass around. So much mining. And probably what I'll do is once I hit like an hour, I'll go ahead and end the stream, take a break, and then start back up again. And hopefully by then we should, which that's about another 20 minutes or so from now. And hopefully by then we'll have this all mined out. I'm really hoping that the tunnel over to, the existing battery room stairwell thing over there is not going to be that bad since we're pretty much going to make, and I haven't decided if I want to make the tunnel like too tall or one. Actually, I think I want to make the tunnel too tall. One wide, too tall, and then we can run all the pipes and cabling and stuff like up above. I think that would probably work, and I'm kind of stuck there. That's great. I think that would work out pretty good. That would give us plenty of space to, run pipes and I think for the most part we just pretty much have to run one heavy line through. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, I think the power button, you know, I mean, they've got a power button on them. So why not just have the power button show the color of the battery charge, And they could actually kind of make that universal. Um, well, not really. I guess the drill, you can't really see it unless you drop it. But, well, I mean the hand drill, not the mining drill. But, I mean, they could do that with the mining drill, but you can actually see the battery. So it's not, you know, not really necessary on that. But yeah, the tablet, I mean, they could easily just, you know, make the lighted toggle on it, power switch, the battery indicator. But that's stuff that'll probably be done. And if they don't, maybe some. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if you'd be able to get enough mod support to be able to do that. All right, here we go. Come on, mine. I can tell you, I like the sound of the drill, but after listening to it for like an hour or so straight, I'm not liking it so much. All right, but it'll be nice once this is all dug out. Then we get to place a whole bunch of frames and weld them all, and you know. And then, we're gonna have. It'll be interesting because I haven't really messed with the sorters or anything yet. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I know we can hook them to the computer. I don't know if we can do them through Logic at all or not. Logic chips. I mean, but I mean, I imagine we can probably turn them on, turn them off, that sort of thing. But yeah, I'm hoping we should be able to stick a lot of the logic circuits underneath the floor or inside the floor, especially since we have the this extra maintenance area, or just throw them on the floor of the maintenance area. Oh, come on. And I did realize too, I think I don't know if we're down below the battery room on the main base. So it'll be interesting to see. We might have to make some stairs or something in the access hallway. Because I don't know if the base goes down this low. It might. I mean, the battery room's down a ways. Uh, well, I mean, I know we got to hook the computer up to it, but I was wondering if the logic chips can do anything. But I don't, off the top of my head, I can't think of a way you would be able to, actually set like what you're filtering. So I imagine you probably do have to use a computer. Getting there. And I imagine the sun should be coming up too soon too. Oh! Yeah, giant hole. Yeah, we're getting there. We'll be down here in a minute. Thankfully. Yeah, she looks like we should be done about or at least with this part, about the time the stream ends. And then we'll have to see. I guess we'll have to dig that access tunnel first because we're going to need to know exactly where it's going to come out and tie in. Because I don't want to start putting in all the frame blocks and then be like, oh, yeah, we got to pull out all these frame blocks over here because it's not going to meet up the way we thought it was or something, but hopefully that should go pretty quick. Like I said, we'll have a little bit to dig out for the battery room itself, which, the plan is, hey, Tommy, the plan is we keep the main one, at least right now, and have this one tie in, and basically it'll kind of act as an expansion of the main. So either side of the base can draw from either one equally. Being the at least that being the plan. Oh, and the sun's coming back up finally. Thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping we get some more lights soon. I really would like some type of like ceiling fixture or something. It'd be nice if now that they have the cladding or something that we get. I mean, it'd be nice if we had like a lighted panel that we could just like, put on the ceiling. Maybe even have. Yeah, I don't really see how that's gonna work. To say you could run the wire to it. If it concealed the wire, that would be even better. But I could see that would be kind of a pain to set up, though, because it'd be one of those things where you'd have to, well, unless you knew exactly where the power was going to come in. I guess it would be doable. Yeah, I know. I usually just don't like losing the backpack space. But for something like this where we're not really using, the backpack space, it's not really that big of an issue. What I really don't like, though, is it kind of throws weird shadows and bounces around as you move. So, I mean, usually we get plenty of light. And I mean, it was fine doing it like this. It's just like, when you're just like mining and, you're just, it's nice to actually have some light. But not that the suit light is pretty bright. I mean, it does its job, Here we go. Come on. Yeah, see, this is the thing. What shadow thing? Where it kills the FPS? And as far as I know, no, they haven't done anything with the shadows. Not at least that they've added in the notes anywhere. But I think I pretty much have shadows turned off menu. I can't remember if I think I just have hard shadows turned on. Yeah. Well, it does make sense that it would throw, I mean, it would throw shadows because, it's basically your suit. It's behind you, I guess. I mean, honestly, it would be, well, it doesn't even make sense that you can really do it because the portable light is so big. I mean, obviously it's a game. You got to have a way to carry it, but it doesn't make sense really that it works. And I have a feeling that's not intentional because like right now, well, even I think it was doing it even before, but sunlight's like shining through everything. So, it's shining through the base walls and whatnot, which at one point it didn't do, but now it does. Or at least I'm pretty sure it did not used to at one point. Unless maybe it's just one day I noticed it was doing it. But I'm pretty sure that was a bug that started up. I mean, they kind of fixed it clipping through the terrain a little bit. But, it's an alpha, so, things like that are to be expected. And really, I mean, it's not like game breaking. So, yeah, there is the chem lights. Those are doable too. you know, or even like the flares and stuff. But like I said, it's more of I would just rather have it be light out when I'm, you know, doing stuff. And I don't know if they're going to give us control over the when they do the basically the expanded world settings. I don't know if we're going to get a control over like the sun or anything. I have a feeling probably not, just because it would, you know, then you'd have to be able to have it change the calculations for like the solar panels and, you know, the heat gain from the windows, and, you know, so they might not go that in depth on it. Because then, you know, feasibly, I mean, you could be on a planet that's, you know, closer to the sun or farther from it, or, you know. Or we could be like around a red dwarf or something. And, you know, have a different. I mean, I could see changing the color on it. That would be easy and wouldn't really affect anything, but I don't know. Probably make stuff look kind of weird too. Though probably not too bad in the base side, because since you know, you could have your base light still white. Oh yeah, we're gonna. Oh, the end is in sight. At least for this. Like I say, this is gonna be one of the occasions where like the game does crouch or crash. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not really realistic though. I mean, I guess it, you know, it would be. You know, I've never tried that. I don't know. That would be kind of funny. And I don't know if it would actually make a difference since you can't point them individually. So they would basically both be pointing at the same spot. But I don't know if it would even let you do it, or if it would, you know, make a difference. It's worth checking out though. And I can't believe yeah, they really need to. So we've been mining on this one battery. I've been mining on this one battery for like an hour and a half straight. For the most part. I mean, you know, there's probably an hour and 15 minutes total. But yeah, I'd say they definitely need to rebalance the batteries in there. And this is just a small battery. I'd say they definitely need to rebalance the battery use in the drills. I mean, I knew they lasted a long time, but I didn't really quite realize, you know, how long they lasted, because, you know, usually it's just mining deposits. And even before I heard the ore mod on, you know, I wasn't ever really, you know, except for a few rare occasions, digging down to a deposit or something, you know, that had like one piece exposed or something, you know, as I never just ran the drill out straight like this. But I definitely have to check that out. And I think there should be, I think there's a few drills laying around, because I think, well, I don't know, actually, I think this was mine. Oh, come on. So I was gonna say, but I'm not sure. There might be one in the other, one of the other lockers. I forget what they were called there for a second. But yes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it's gonna be no, but you know, it is worth checking out on. Oh, come on. Come on, mine faster. Yeah, it seems like when they get smaller like this, it's trying to pull off of more faces at once. Seems to make it take longer. Come on. Oh. Oh, is that how they run? Is it an efficiency rating on each tool? Well, if that's the case, then they could easily make tiered because you could just make a same version of it, change the name, and yeah, I know, right? And it's like still a yellow. I mean, I think we started off at green. Okay. And I don't really need to get rid of those, but they kind of bother me because they're the only two sticking out. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just hoping they make it so you can, have it cover like a bigger radius. Yeah, we're really down below that now. And where are we at on this? So we actually need to take this out because this is going to stick out past the wall. Which would probably be easier to do from down here. I'm going to say, watch, I'll do all this, and then this is where it's going to like crash before it saves again. This would be like the one time we get a crash. I will say I'm really impressed with how stable the game is. Because I think we've only had a couple of, I mean, except for the atmospherics crashing, which is kind of annoying. And we've had a couple of the data nets crashed a couple of times, which usually seems to be, I think both times was related to like me messing, either placing or pulling up the data analyzer. It seems to be the only time that the data / electrical network is crashed, which doesn't really seem to affect anything. It just seems like it crashes, but it seems like it comes right back. Hmm. Okay. Come on. Come on. Thank you. And I think we might still need to come back a little bit more, but maybe all right. Probably over here, where it's a giant hole that I'm trying not to fall into. Definitely over here. I don't know. It just seems like my flashlight's getting dimmer. It would be interesting if they did that with your flashlight got dimmer as your suit got your suit battery got lower. Okay, so that should be, and yeah, we could throw a portable light down here. I don't think I'm going to carry one around, but we could probably throw one down in the actual room or pit for now. It's not really a room right now. It's more of a pit. a very big pit. Yes. But thankfully, that's all dug out now. Yeah. Yeah, that would be probably a really good idea. So we'll have. So we're gonna do the other battery area, kind of like underneath this, and we're gonna figure out where we're gonna tie the tunnel in at. We know we want it to come in basically, it's either here or here. I can't remember which one. I think it's here or somewhere, around in here. And, yeah. Maybe we'll do it right down the side here, and then we could put windows facing out. Yeah, but it's not really that big of a crater, though. And then we'll have the probably stairs coming around to the door on the other side over there. Something like that. That'll work. So that's the next area we have to dig out is here. But that's not going to be, I'm not going to do the area down underneath it except for maybe just one tunnel. Really? The drill's only 5 watts? Yeah, that's not realistic at all. That should be way higher. I mean, even a cordless drill is... Oh, actually, I don't know how many watts they're rated more in amps. But either way. All right. Yeah, but that definitely, the drill needs to be rebalanced, I would say. All right. Okay. So we're going to call it good for this stream, and we're actually right at an hour. I'm going to take like a 10-minute break, go stretch my legs. I'm also going to eat a quick snack real quick, too. And, and then I'll be back, and we're going to jump on to probably more mining. As much as I hate to say it, but we got to get it done. Well, like I said, hopefully the next section won't really be that bad. It's not near the area. And I think what we'll do is we'll punch in from the stairs over there, kind of figure out where we want it to run, and then we'll just do a straight line over and see where it comes out. And then we can adjust from there. My other thought was starting wherever we want it in here and just setting a beacon down there. But I think I like the idea better of starting inside the base, so we know exactly where it's going to tie into the existing structure. But yeah, so like I said, I'm going to take a 10-minute break, and I will be back with episode 96. And we'll get this done, and then hopefully we can get some frames placed in and whatnot. And I don't know if we'll get to running conduit and wire and all that tonight or not, but that'll be coming up shortly. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in about 10 minutes.